Welcome to Life Saving Victoria's Where Are They Now series, bringing you inspiring settlement stories from some of the many multicultural youth that have entered and graduated from our employment and settlement pathway over the last decade. We catch up with them again to find out more about their settlement into Australia and, of course, where are they now?
Welcome, Abdullahi. It's good to be chatting to you today about your story and finding out where you are now, because I know you from working with you on the beach and also at the swimming pools. So through your youth group, running programs for African youth, and also lots of people from different communities working with us for Life Saving Victoria. So welcome. Good to chat.
Thanks, Michael.
But I don't know a lot about where you started and what your life was like before Life Saving, coming to Australia and your life in Somalia especially. So can you tell me a little bit about what it was like when you were growing up?
Thank you so much, Michael. Yes, we have known each other for a while now. I think 2 years now. So I was born and raised in Mogadishu, which is the capital city of Somalia. I did my primary school there, and life in Mogadishu was not the best. It was really tough because there was a civil conflict in the country, and you can imagine as a kid hearing sad stories every day, and even witnessing people dying on the streets. So in my childhood, I experienced a lot, but that was past, and I'm glad I live in a country where I can get a lot of opportunities, and maybe going back home and create those opportunities for the people I left in Somalia.
Yeah, well, you're already doing so much great work in Australia with African youth and your own community. You and your friends have got together and created Beyond Youth, which we'll talk about a bit later on. It's great to hear that something that you would like to do is one day go back home and be able to support the community where you have come from. A lot of people that we speak with, a lot of people that we meet have similar stories, I guess, about coming from places of conflict. So was it necessary that you needed to leave Somalia, or could you have stayed there and had an okay life?
So, Michael, coming to Australia was not the plan. But my old sister came in this country 2009, and she was the person who was supporting us, paying all the bills, my school fee, and she thought applying visa for us so we can come here and get more opportunities. So it wasn't the plan, and I left there 2012. So it wasn't the plan, so it was my sister's idea. I was living with my two sisters. They are also here with me. We came here together. And when I was in Kenya and Uganda, I was living with my mom. So there was the family there, me and my two sisters and my mom. But unfortunately, my mom, she did not come with us here because she was interested. So she was like, I need to stay in my country. So she is still in Somalia.
Okay.
But here I got my three sisters here.
Yeah, cool. And were you very far away from the beach? Because Somalia is on the coastline, but was your city close?
Yeah, so Mogadishu is where I was born, and it, I think it was like less than half an hour walking to the beach. So I used to go there sometimes on Fridays, and there's a lot of people on Friday and Thursday is the weekend is the other way around. So I used to go sometimes on Fridays just to go there and play with the sand, but I didn't know how to swim, and there's a lot of people there and they don't know how to swim as well. So no lifeguards, people just there, and they just go in the water. It's not that deep, but every Friday there are people who drown, get drowned in those beaches in Somalia.
Wow. Did that play any sort of part in you wanting to become a lifeguard?
So when I came here, the plan, I wasn't planning, learning how to swim or becoming a lifeguard and work with Lifesaving Victoria. But in 2016, I met with David Holland, who is the multicultural manager at Lifesaving Victoria through one of my friends. So I joined one of his programs and learned how to swim. I go, afternoons just to go there, swim, practice, and take a lesson on Fridays. And after 10 weeks, I became, a good swimmer.
So tell me a bit about Beyond Youth.
Yeah. So Michael, when I was becoming the lifeguard in 2016, there was not a lot of, African background lifeguards. And when people see me, they were really, interested in becoming a lifeguard. Like a lot of my friends, they asked me how I got into this program, where they can do the program, and all those questions. So I came to the Lifesaving Victoria, in Port Melbourne, and I spoke with David. I said, thank you so much. You helped me to become a lifeguard, and now there's a lot of people in my community who want to do the same thing. And I think now I got into lifeguarding 16, 17 people who are all got a job. Some of them, they become swimming teachers, and some they become a lifeguard, but there's up to 17 people who did the course, qualified, and some of them they get a job. So I think that was a really good opportunity, and I was like, okay, so since now getting people into jobs, what else can I do? And that's when I started Beyond the Youth, the organization that helps the young people in my community. So we organized a group of boys, like up to 30 people, 30 kids, so they can learn how to swim. And some of those kids, they are like 15, 16, and some of them they never been to swimming pool, which is so it was really good running that program. And the interesting thing is, see, I met with David through a friend. I got a job and I got the opportunity to learn how to swim. And also Mohammed, when we were starting the program in 2000 and at the start of 2019, Mohammed didn't know how to swim. And now he did the same program I did, and now he's working with Lifesaving Victoria and helping you at the beach program.
Yeah. He's one of the happiest guys on the beach.
And soon he will also become a police officer soon.
Yeah, well, that's we're keeping our fingers crossed, so that we would love for him to keep working with us, but we can't wait to see him in the police officer uniform as well. What else are you doing at the moment? Because I know you're not lifeguarding anymore. I know that you're still doing work with Beyond Youth in your spare time. What's your full-time work, or how do you spend your time now?
So my time now, I work full-time. So I work with IAG, which is the largest insurance group in Australia and New Zealand. So I am insurance consultant. So what I do is I set up insurance policies, and I also help, give the general information with people who wanna, buy insurance policies. Also consulted our business partner. So all this started with doing the community work and, trying, working hard. So I also do a lot of community work. I worked with, volunteered with the UN Youth. I am also a volunteer now at Red Cross Australia, where we help the people who get affected by COVID-19. So I also studied business. So I was trying to get business field, like going into a professional industry, and I applied a couple of jobs, but I got IAG. I started working with them October last year, so it's been like 10 months now. So I got this job, with the work I do, community work, my studies, which is related to, because I did diploma of business, and I tried hard to get into this role. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's I didn't realize that you were doing the UN and the Red Cross volunteer work as well. You've certainly been keeping busy in the last 5 years since you've come to Australia.
It feels like yesterday, yeah, but look into what I did. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself.
Oh, you should be. You should be. That's the thing. You put hard work in, and it also, I think you've created your own luck. So you've made the most of your opportunities. You've said yes to a lot of things. What sort of advice would you give for other people who have just arrived in Australia and wanting to do the same thing as you?
Michael, my advice to newly arrived people in Australia is simple. Just to take initiative. There are a lot of opportunities in this country, so don't miss out. Just every opportunity you see, just to take it and do not miss out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's my advice. Yeah.
I think that's very, very good advice. You have to, you have to get amongst it. You have to start doing things. Obviously, for you, it was learning English was number one, and then doing the swimming and the volunteer work. Yeah. So to be involved within the community, even though you're not getting paid, it's just you're a very busy person, which is working out well for you. So that's very good. But great advice to finish on, Abdullahi. So it's been awesome talking to you as well. Provide a lot of insight into, it's exciting to see what you're doing now compared to what you were doing about 10 years ago. So good luck for everything in the future. We'll talk again soon. Thank you for being on and talking to us today.
No worries, Michael. Thank you so much for having me.